Good afternoon, comrades and friends. This is Professor Nameless Kitsune, and today my video goes out to all the Democrats out there, all the liberals, all the leftists. This video is for all of you, especially for those of you who are in charge, all the congressional Democrats, all the Democratic governors, mayors, this video is for all of you. All the liberal activists out there, all of the liberal comedians, media people, this video is for you, okay? And the reason why this video is for you is because this is 2026, and this year we have midterm elections. And as an immigrant who I'm legally here, I have a green card, just make that clear in case whoever's listening. As an immigrant here, as a Asian American, I need all of you, Democrats, liberals, to win. Okay? I need you to win. People like me, the immigrant community, we need you to win. Not just win a few seats, or whatever. I need you to win big, to win bigly. Okay, to quote certain president. I need you to win bigly. I need you to win huge. That's what we need you to do. Because I'm tired of Chuck Schumer's words or those dumb videos that people make or those speeches. I'm tired of those because words, they don't do anything for me. Okay? They don't do anything for people like me. They don't do anything for the people of Minnesota, for the people of, well, I'm in Illinois, we got a lot of immigrants here. They don't do anything. We need the Democrats to act. Action. Action is what we want from you, the Democrats. Because you guys are the only opposition party in this country. See, in the UK, right, they have a bunch of different political parties in their parliament, in Canada as well. But we here in America, we have a presidential system. And we only have two political parties. We have many political parties, but there's only two possible choices. We don't have a third choice. We only have two choices, Democrats or Republicans. And right now, the Republicans are in charge, which means the Democrats, you guys are the only opposition party available. And as an opposition party, you need to do opposing things. Not just say opposing things. Saying opposing things is very easy. I can say opposing things all day long. But are they going to do anything for me? Hell no. Hell no. So, we, the immigrant community, need you, the Democrats, whether you are a politician, an activist, the media, we need you to act instead of just speak. And one of the most important action you can do is to win elections. And this year, so happens, we have very important elections coming up. 2026 midterms. And in 2 years, we're going to have another presidential election. And you guys need to win. Because if you keep losing, the Republicans, the current administration, will continue to be in charge. And they're doing everything they can to ensure they win. But you guys seem like you're not doing anything to win. And in fact, it seems like some of you are repeating the same mistakes that you have made in 2024 and in 2016. So today, I like to be your coach, be your election advisor for a second, and tell you what you did wrong and what you should be doing right now and in the future to prevent the current administration from continue to ruin all of our lives. So let me begin with a quote by Mrs. Michelle Obama, who I admire her, I respect her with all sincerity, but something she said back in 2016 freaked me out. Mrs. Obama, in 2016, one of her speeches, she said, when they go low, we go high. That's what she said before Trump won in 2016. And then Trump won. And then once again in 2024, the Democrats adopted the same principle. When they go low, we go high. And we lost the second time. And now people are getting dragged out of their homes. People feel threatened when they speak up. People are losing their jobs left and right. People's income are evaporating faster than boiling water. And y'all Democrats are still doing the thing where when they go low, we go high. Is that working out for you? It sounds like a good strategy. It's a noble strategy. It's a very moral strategy. But is it working? Clearly it doesn't. Because you guys have lost plenty of elections based on that. So clearly that strategy is very dumb. Yeah, very dumb. I don't like it when they go low. I don't appreciate that. But when they go low, we go high? That doesn't work. So when they go low, when they become very negative, at least if you don't want to go as low as them, I get that, right? You don't want to go very low, but don't go high, right? If they're being really, really negative and it's very efficient, it's working for them, at least learn from your enemies, right? If something is going pretty well with your enemies, you should probably learn that and use it to your advantage. Instead of doing this really pretentious, petty bourgeois thing where you make yourself feel better by not sinking to their standard. Well, guess what? They sink and they win. And when they win, the people suffers. And so, lesson one for y'all Democratic politicians, buckle up, grow some balls, and use your resources to fight for the people, to protect the people, to win elections. I don't care what you do. Just, well, I mean, of course, don't break the law, obviously. We are all law-abiding citizen here. I have nothing but great respect for the laws of this country, but you gotta do everything within legal boundaries, of course, to win. You gotta do everything you can, man. Clearly the Republicans, the GOP, the Christian nationalists, clearly they're doing everything they can. But y'all, the Democrats and liberals, you guys are putting handcuffs on yourselves. You're restraining yourselves while the enemy is going crazy and wild. And guess what? Their strategy works, while your strategy cost you 2 elections. But you know what? I don't care about politicians. I don't care about activists and media people. I don't care about the elite. I care about the people, the working people of this country, and we're suffering, all of us, because you lose elections. See, when a politician loses an election, maybe they lose book deals and speech fees and television appearances, but that's not suffering. But when y'all lose elections, we the people, we suffer. Right now, my taxpayer money is being wasted on ICE agents who can't even walk on ice. I mean, what kind of... You work for the federal government, yet you cannot walk on slippery road? Even I can walk on slippery road. You see those videos of ICE agents slip on the road and fall? I mean, like, what kind of incompetence? My taxpayer money is being wasted on these people, idiots. And you, the Democrats, you're still doing the same old, same old. See, this is not about being moral or being noble. This is about making yourselves feel better about your choices, because you don't want to feel like you're the villain, right? But see, that's selfishness. That is selfishness at its peak, because we really need some collectivism now. We need Democrats and liberals to make self-sacrifices and to protect the people. But yet, you guys are not doing that at all. You want to feel good about yourselves. But you see, we the people of these United States, we need fighters. Not trying to find a word for that, not cowards. And sometimes the Democrats and liberals can really be cowards. You see, people like me, I have a green card. I'm legally in this country, but I can't really vote. So we need other people to step up for us because we have less ability to fight for ourselves. And when you guys, who are supposed to be on our side, right, the Democrats are all about immigration, if you guys are not going to fight for us, we're truly powerless. Second point I want to make is how you communicate with voters. Because the Democrats have many different voters, right? You have different groups of voters. And different groups want different things. Well, let's call them potential voters, right? Because you're never going to sure who exactly is going to vote for you. So for the Democrats, you have 3 voter groups you're going to have to deal with, right? Number 1 is your core voter group. Okay, these are the hardcore liberals, leftists, card-carrying Democrats, these people are going to vote for you no matter what, right? These are your most tough, loyal voters. No matter what happens, these people are going to vote for Democrats 100% of the time. You don't, for these people, you don't have to convince them. You don't have to do anything. They're going to vote for you no matter what. So don't spend too much energy on these people. They make up, maybe 30, 40% of the voter total. It's a pretty good amount, but they're never going to get you more than 50. And you need, 50% and more to win, right? And so you don't spend too much time on these people. And the problem for the past is the Democrats have spent way too many people. Way too much time. Sorry, misspoke. The Democrats have spent way too much time and resource on these core voters who, like I said, no matter what happens, they're going to vote for Democrats. So you've been wasting so much time on them that you're ignoring the second group, which is the medium voter, the people in the middle, right? These are the people who engage in politics, yes. They care about politics, yes. They go to vote, yes. But they don't really have like a strong ideological bend. So they don't really care about nationalism or liberalism, environmentalism, communism, capitalism. They don't really care about any of that. These people care about two things, really. Their wallet and their stomach, right? And so they care about, are they going to be able to feed their family? And are they going to be able to, pay their bills and pay their debt or afford medication, right? So this medium voter group, it's very important to get as many of them as possible. You want to maximize your support within this medium group because, like I said, your core voter is only 30, 40%. And with them alone, you're not going to be able to win, right? So you want to be able to maximize the medium voter support for you. And so the problem with the Democratic Party for the past 10 years is you guys have pandered to the extreme liberal side and kind of ignored the median side, right? And so that causes the situation in 2024 where even some Black and the Latinos voted for Trump. That's never supposed to happen. Because the Democrats miscalculated. You see, the Democrats thought that all racial and ethnic minorities are their core. That's what they thought. And they thought that all Blacks and Latinos and Asians and whatnot are going to vote for Democrats. That's a misconception. Huge misconception. Because, firstly, number one, race and ethnicity is not the fundamental conflict in this country. Race and ethnic issues are only symptoms of what's wrong in this country. The actual problem is class, socioeconomic class. And when you laser focus on racial divide and identity politics, you piss off people who doesn't think in black and white. You piss off people who says, yeah, I'm Asian, but, I don't think white people are my enemies. I think the mega rich who are up there, right, up there, they're the real enemies, not my white neighbor. See, personally, most of my neighbors are white people, right? But so far, I've only had positive experiences with them. And, my neighborhood has, over 100 households. And like I said, most of them are white, but none of them have given me any kind of negative experience. I've only had positive experiences with them. And people like me, yeah, we're ethnic minorities ourselves, but we're going to say, we don't like it. We don't like it when Democrats say, white people are the problem. No. It's the race and ethnicity is not what's wrong here. What is wrong is class, socioeconomic class. It's the wealth divide. It's the income inequality. It's the mega capitalist class versus the working class plus the middle class. So when you, the Democrats, were thinking that all the racial ethnic minorities are going to vote for you, you're wrong. Because that's not what we care about as minorities. We think you, the Democrats, are using identity politics to divide us. And we don't like that. And that's how the Democratic Party has lost so much support from median voters. And when you lose support from median voters, guess what happens? You will never get more than 50% of vote. That's the second point I want to talk about. The third point, and the last point I'm going to talk about is some Democrats seem to think the strategy against the current administration is to allow it to assault the people and make the people suffer so the people have no choice but to support the Democrats. That strategy, if it's true, if that's what you're doing, sucks. And it's bad, it's immoral to allow people to suffer, despite the fact that you can put an end to it. You know how you can win elections? Stand up for the people. Fight for the people. Stop the suffering. If you think that people will just magically vote for the Democrats because they suffer so much from the Republicans, you're going to be wrong. Because if I am a voter and I have to pick and choose between Republicans and Democrats this year, I'm not going to vote for the Democrats. I'm not going to vote for the Republicans either. I'll probably vote for no one. Because the Republicans are actively making my life miserable. And the Democrats are watching that misery and doing nothing. Tim Walz can give 1,000 press conferences. Chuck Schumer can make 1,000 videos. AOC, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, they can do town halls until midnight. But guess what? You're doing exactly nothing for the people. And just because we're suffering from the Republicans doesn't mean we're going to like you, the Democrats. The only way for the people to like the Democrats is if the Democrats actually show up and act like a hero. You know how Iron Man, Superman, Batman are heroes? They don't give speeches. Them talking is not gonna defeat the villain in the story. They have to actually act. And for the median voter to come out and support the Democrats need to show they're able to make a real difference. So in the end, I'm going to warn the Democrats, the liberals, if you guys are going to keep doing what you're doing now, if you guys are going to keep using the same strategy that you used in 2016 and 2024, you're going to lose again and again. Maybe you will make temporary wins here or there, but in the long run, you're going to lose big. And we, the people of this country, we're going to get hurt more and more until there is irreparable damage. And so I sincerely wish, if any liberals and Democratic politicians are listening to me, hear my words and do things differently. Change your strategy. Go out there and protect the people. We need your protection. Because if you're not going to do anything, then there's nobody that's going to do anything. So, please, hear the begs of an immigrant, okay? If you have any heart that actually cares about us, hear these words. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.